Prison does damage. Prison leaves scars that just don't go away overnight. I'm so thankful that my life was spared the death penalty. If you would have told me as a 20-year-old sentenced to die in the gas chamber in Arizona that I would be working for Prison Fellowship today, I wouldn't have thought that that was possible. I took a life. I took a life. I had killed an individual that was made in the Imago Dei, in the image of God. I mean, I don't know how more severe a crime could get than taking somebody's life. And to me, that just really reached to the very core of my being. And especially being at such a young age, when you're 20 years old and you're under the condemnation of a death penalty. This is my 5th year as an academy manager here in North Dakota. Prison Fellowship has been here 7 years. 15 from Prison Fellowship.
Go ahead, Eddie.
Can you send the academy to the North classroom?
10-9.
Good morning. How you doing?
Hi, Mr. Eddie.
Hey, good morning. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
Good morning.
My first memory of talking to Eddie was he sat at my table in the lunchroom. He came and sat down. He just asked us how we were doing, what was going on with us. He introduced himself. Men in here don't trust other men. Probably not a hard stretch to believe, but men in prison have a hard time trusting people for obvious reasons. It's just weird, you don't see someone you don't know come up and start asking questions like someone that genuinely cares.
So before we get going, man, I just wanted to say Jackson made parole the other day.
I've been broken my whole life. In June of 2024, I was in a motel in Fargo. I was on the run. I had just missed a PO meeting 3 days before that. I kind of did a circle around the block and seen that all the cops were at the PO shop ready to arrest me. And I ran. I decided I was going to kill myself, and I took 12 pills, fentanyl pills, and but by the grace of God, man, I woke up the next morning in a puddle of my own vomit on the bathroom floor, and I was so mad because I was so broken. I was like, you can't even kill yourself right, dude. That's how I ended up back in here.
So the Prison Fellowship Program, our program participants are housed over in the MTU. It's a 60-bed unit. We currently have about 55 beds inside the unit. We have 45 participants in this year's academy class. The idea is to have them live together, to come to a safe place where they can learn how to build community and where their lives can really change.
So you had a pretty free range of motion over here. You move around throughout the day.
Still the hood, we don't have one of them things.
You can go work out whenever you want. You can go to the yard whenever you want. Versus in the housing unit, if you're in general population, you're locked down all day, except for meal times and rec times. Prison does cause a lot of damage. Over there, people are divided by race. There's a hierarchy based on what kind of charges you have. Everyone's hyper vigilant. It's it's respect or violence. And it's hard, how do you heal in an environment like that? And that's prison life. Because you can come over here, right, and you can put your guard down a little bit. There was a time in my life when I couldn't have slept without a door shut and locked, because you don't know who's gonna come in, what's gonna happen, right? You can do that here. You can take a nap in the middle of the day because nothing's gonna happen to you. Grilled cheese and beans.
Yes, sir.
Prison fellowship, the thing that's so critical about what prison fellowship does, one, it teaches you to build a sense of community, but two, they teach everything around responsibility, around affirmation, about integrity, having integrity, right? Doing the right thing when no one's around. It taught me how to be a servant leader. It taught me the importance of serving others. And I know that no matter what happens in my life moving forward, I'll never go back.
In order for God to use a man greatly, he must wound him deeply. Nobody's beyond redemption. We're trying to build a healthy community here for men that really want the opportunity to change. And then at the same time, we want to be able to change the prison culture at large. So when we're done with the academy, whether we're going home or whether we continue on in our prison journey, we want to continue to be an agent of change here in the institution as well.
Nice.
I don't know of a man in prison that doesn't want to be forgiven for what they've done. They wrestle with guilt, shame, and regret. And if I can help them in the smallest way to encounter Christ, to encounter Jesus, that's our mission. But if I can guide them or point them to what set me free in my life, that's my role, to be the best that I can be, to be the best servant I can be to them. I want to see them put the prison experience in their rearview mirror and to go out and live life to the fullest.